Alrighty, hello everyone, welcome to Cinderful Gaming. Hope you're all doing well, hope everyone is staying safe, and most of all, hope you're all fighting that war against the grey. We're here for a hobby hangout. I know, back again tonight. I did the list reveal stream with Mitch for the Hobart Hammer on GT, which was a ton of fun, but I got an army to paint for that still, so let's get cracking on with that. Hello there, Brian's Hobby Space. Hello, mate. Hope you're doing well. Curious. Hello, welcome. Drop a like on the video. Let us know what hobby you've been enjoying and you've been up to. I'd love to hear from everyone. I've got a Daughters of Cain army to finish painting for the Hammer on GT. You can go check out exactly what I'm running on the list review. That should be up properly soon. So now we're up to painting the black on a bunch of my witch elves. All their leathers. But hope everyone is doing well. Oh, nice, working on 3D printing terrain. Sorry, everyone. Internet is being but we're just experiencing a little bit of wet weather here in Adelaide. Should sort itself out as it adjusts. But yeah, as I was saying, I love Warcry. I think I would say it's probably my favorite Games Workshop game at the moment. Such a good, solid game. Well, you're loving. I've just been reading the new Skaven Pestilence rules and it looks so much fun. Yeah, I think Skaven got a really nice updated battle tome. I really like what I see as a fan of Skaven myself. I really enjoy what I've seen from Skaven. So we're just yeah, you can pretty much get guaranteed prayer rolls. I mean, nothing is ever guaranteed. You can roll the ones and re-roll them into a 1, but you can get as good as you possibly can, guaranteed. Because a 1 is always a fail regardless. But yeah, I think Skaven definitely came out with a new book really well. A couple of mates who are running some seriously good Skaven lists around. So I got a tournament. That's what I'm painting this up for. Going to be taking Daughters of Cain. Stormfiends are 100% worth it, man. I've got a mate who's been rocking around the local Australian tournament scene with some Skaven, and he's been dominating with them. 6 Stormfiends has been a massive part of his list. Just the amount of damage those things can put out is insane. Yeah. Skaven's really interesting because, like, they've opened up the ability to play mixed clans so much easier now, which I think is fantastic. Clan Scryer is the Technomancy clan, the like weird mix of technology and science and Skaven madness. Clan Scryer are my favourite Skaven clan personally as well. I love them. I do love a good bit of Molder as well. Yeah, if you go on Scry, you definitely want Storm Fiends. One, because Acolytes are expensive. Two, Storm Fiends are amazing. Acolytes are really good, though. If you can find a way to convert up Acolytes, I would never buy the GW sculpts. I would find a way to convert up or buy some third-party miniatures of your own for them. Yeah, I think like if we're going right deep into this gaming lore, I love Mordkin. Mordkin and Scurvy and Verms are probably some of my favorite Skaven clans. They're not got rules in the game, but narrative. Mordkin is a Skaven clan that eats the dead. So they've overcome their fear of the undead by their warlord sending them to eat zombies. So instead of smelling fear, they smell food when they smell the undead. Clan Scurvy are a bunch of Skaven pirates. Like, that's cool enough. Rat pirates, I like pirates. And Clan Verms was a clan that Clan Molder superseded, and so did Clan Scry. They were, before the rise of the current Great Clans, they were really one of the ones in high ascendancy, as they produced both battle beasts in the form of giant bugs and also a lot of inventions that made Skaven industry work with all manner of weird sort of, I guess, alchemy, you could say. Saw a battle report where a leader on like a giant storm thing. That is Gracie Thanquol. He can be included in any Skaven army. He's a master clan unit. So you can include him in any Skaven army you want to, and it won't break anything, like allegiance ability wise. Favorite unplayable clan is. Do you mean Ikit Claw's one? Yeah, Ikit Claw, the red Skaven clan Moors. Yeah, I loved Ikit Claw was definitely. Sorry, not Ikit Claw. Queek. Lord Queek, the head taker. Oh, okay. Cool. And so I've got this Daughters of Cain army to finish. I've then got to start my Space Marine army, my next port to call. Hey, Jonathan. Hello. Thanks. I'm glad you enjoy the channel. We're just hobbying and chatting Skaven at the moment, of all things, while I paint some Daughters of Cain, so not related to what I'm painting. Darwin Green 5, playing a dangerous game, keeping a mug next to me. That I am. Oh, don't worry, Darwin. It 100% has crossed my mind that I'm going to do it on stream. So you all get a show. Like, you get a show when I spit black water everywhere. Yeah, I play match play. Warcry would actually be a really good step. So Warcry in match play, it does remove a lot of the randomness and a lot of the additional rules. So I would check in your Tome of Champions. I check out the match play section of the book because that will give you sort of set battles that have clear identified goals, objectives. They don't have twists in them in the current one, which is really cool. But yeah, it'll give you just a very set look at the game. For teaching your kids, I definitely do that. And you can always shrink down your games to. There's a cool White Dwarf update not too long ago, looking at playing 600-point games, and instead of having stuff come on during the game, you just started with everything on the board. So where your models would come on, you would have stuff start there. That was another great addition. But yeah, Warcry 100%. You're painting up a Terrorgeist today. Awesome. Finishing my Witch Elves. Hopefully get started on the Warlocks. If not, at least get a decent amount of work on these girls done. Warcry is amazing. One of my favorite game systems. I would say it is my favorite Games Workshop game system. Oh, nice. You're also building a Feck. Feck is so cool. I love the narrative. I'm not the biggest fan of the models, in all honesty, but I love the narrative behind them. I do like the updated sculpt. So the Abhorrent Arch region, I absolutely love, and the Warcry the Underworld's Warband that came out for them. So when Feck get new updates, give me a sec. Right, there should be some videos on the channel. Give me a sec. I will find the video and I will drop a link because I'll just give me a sec. I'll go watch one of my own videos because that'll tell me what's where. I'm just double checking. It's not going to sound this. That link goes through, will say somewhere at the start of that particular video, will say for you, as I talk about what White Dwarf comes in. Don't have it written down as part of the script. I can't remember exactly which one, but yeah, that one should tell you. Has some cool 600-point battle plans in it. Yeah, Carrion King is 100% got to be in a new FEC update for me. Yeah, I think that's FEC's biggest problem is they lack hammers outside. They were in an okay spot before Gallet with like big blobs of crypt horrors or crypt flares, but the new thing, because they become battle line, it sort of hurts them a lot. So yeah, in one of them they become battle line, but yeah, they just that hurts them. You don't want them to be battle line, but a nice big 6-blob. We've got a couple of FEC battle reports up. You can actually watch. I think that'll have some big blobs of crypt horrors in them, which actually do pretty well. Got a good mate of mine, Lawrence. He plays them quite regularly. If you're joining us, sound what you're hobbying on. Love to hear from everyone. Also, don't forget to drop a like on the video. It helps people come and find it, especially while we're live. Helps a ton. Getting more people to come chat here with us. Davis, yeah, Fire Slayers definitely do need some new models. I think like they just need like different height profile models. Like I always thought like fire golems would be like a really cool thing. Like they've got the Molten Inferno as like the invocation, but I always thought like that as a unit could be a really cool thing for Fire Slayers, and obviously mini Magma Droff Cavalry. Also, we are looking to get our YouTube members up to 25 YouTube members so we can start adding some more of our little cool emojis on the channel. A little bit of shameless self-promotion. If you'd like to help support the channel and helps us keep doing what we're doing, we're going to try and get to 25 so we can lock some more emojis for the channel. And we get people like our YouTube members pick what they are going to be. But yeah, join YouTube members for as little as a couple of dollars a month, and you get all the cool emojis when we join in the chat. But anyway, enough shameless self-promotion that I have to do. Back to it, yeah. Fire Slayers. I'm happy the Magmadroths are like a full army now, that you can run like a big army of Magmadroths, because I love the Magmadroths. What's my favorite spell lore? I'm going to have to say Hallowheart by far. I think it's one of the best spell lores in the game. It's got everything you want. It's got buffs and debuffs, utility spells, control spells. I think, yeah, Hallowheart by far. And then it's got the wizards to back it up as well. Slaves to Darkness is really good. It doesn't quite have the wizards to back it up like something like Hallowheart, but their lore is really, really good. Prayer lore, there's like no competition, is there really? It's Daughters of Cain of the best prayer lore, despite me taking 0 priests in my Daughters of Cain army. Slaves is a really good lore. The problem is it just doesn't have the wizards to utilize that lore really well. Davis, thank you very much. Oh, for frick's sake. Davis, thank you very much for signing up as a YouTube member. We can update that now to 15. There we go. Thank you very much, Davis. You'll get access to all the cool little emojis when we're live now. I'll also use them all to review what library book I'm going to check out next, or what armies I end up taking to tournaments. Like after the GT with my Daughters of Cain, I've got a coming up with the that's a local one, and so I'm going to be running my Nighthaunt because that's what the Patreon and YouTube members have voted for. You get a little bit of control on what I do. So we're painting up a Nighthaunt army for the channel after this. Sorry about the internet cutouts where it's currently pouring down with rain here where I am. So it can get a little jumpy for a little bit at times. Apologies. It's also Australia too, and our internet can be an absolute bugger. But, thank you very much for supporting the channel. You also get a shout out at the end of our videos. If you've seen our videos, we have the little shout out. So anyone who supports via Patreon or YouTube members, YouTube members is better. It really does give us more of a cut. It also allows me to give something like when we stream. You get something back. The Cruel Boys spell lore tying. Yeah, Cruel Boys do have some good spell lore. I like Cruel Boys. That's another good shout for a good spell lore, without a doubt. There's some really good spells in there. There's some spells I'm not particularly fond of. But I would say a good 50% of that lore is excellent. 25% is so-so, and then the last 25 is meh. Had one last. Oh, you're talking about you went to an event, Jonathan? Yeah, cool. You had one last week. You took your FEC and came fourth, but thinking of running big yellows. Nice. Congrats on a good result. The list I'm taking, I hope I do well because it's not a friendly list. So my list is 40 Witch Elves, Marathi, 10 Doomfire Warlocks, a High Gladiatrix, the Kronspine, and the Purple Sun. So yeah, I've got, after Hobart GT is the 1st and 2nd of next month. I've then got 2 local ones here in Adelaide. I've got a 40k GT at the end of next month. I'm going to take my Emperor's Spears Space Marines to that, and then I've got a Age of Sigma GT, which, as I said, was voted for by the patrons and YouTube members. That's going to be a Nighthorn army. I need to get ready for that. So I've got a few armies I need to get painted, just a few. So we've got some commissions from a couple of companies in the time, so we've got to get some conquest done and some Kings of War as well. Waiting to see what's happening at CanCon, because it looks like Conquest is going to be at CanCon, which I'll be really excited for. Really excited to play a proper Conquest event. Look, the most important thing versus Slaanesh is make sure you kill things and make sure your things die. You don't want part wounded stuff, so generally make sure you try to take out a unit before it gets to hit your back. So use pick stuff off. Don't leave stragglers around. That allows the summoning to build up. is generally what you're going to be doing. You want to hit the heroes early. If you can try and take off heroes of his, this means you can stop where he can summon on the table. He can always summon from his shrine, but it does mean, if you can pick off the heroes, you're limiting where that summoning is happening. No, I like the fact it's a wizard. The Vermilords are all like masters of magic. They're demons. They're not so like a demon really shouldn't be a priest. I don't like the idea of any demon being a priest. People pray to summon demons, not the other way around. But yeah. Yeah. I guess they've got an offensive spell, so they synergize on the fact they can do nice lots of damage. Be cool if they had like a spell that allowed you to get bonuses to your prayers, or allowed like prayers to trigger twice or something. But I like the fact they're a wizard. I think it makes more sense they're a wizard than a priest on a narrative side of things. Favorite in the spell model. Ooh. I mean, I do love the Purple Sun as a model itself, just because I'm an old school fantasy player. It really does speak like gives me good memories. I'm trying to think. The Heart of Cain is definitely the Iron Heart of Cain is definitely there. Um, um, I've got to say, like something like Scrap Scuttle's Arachna Cauldron from the Gloomspike Gits is definitely a good shout. I think that's really cool. Or Mork's Mighty Mushroom are both really cool looking. And the Inferno from the Fire Slayers, I know it's not a spell, it's a invocation, but that's really cool as well. Any daughters? Yeah, Ironheart of Cain. 100% is my favorite. Not particularly a fan of the Blade Wind model, I think, but that might be. I think it probably looks better in a different color scheme than what GW painted. I do like the Bloodwrack Viper. That's also really cool. Yeah, Sylvaneth do have a good, like a good all-round set. I don't think any of them are my favorite in the Sylvaneth, but they definitely have a lot of cool ones. Like they're all, like a solid 7 or 8 out of 10, I would say. Um, like aesthetics wise. One that lets the Sylvaneth down is the Spike Swarm Hive is not like, well, it's okay. It's not particularly cool in any way. I do love that we're seeing endless spells come back in the game more, though. I love that endless spells are a thing again in the game. I think there's something really unique about having them. Yeah, I'm sure every faction will get some eventually. Like they've seemed to have, like there was a point last season where they really weren't a part of the game, and they really seem to have actually brought them back into the game in the current season with the changes. I think they've found a way to make them useful and interesting. I'm seeing lots of different, like, while yes, we see heaps of Purple Sun, we're seeing lots of different variations of them now. I did the list review show. I saw Rune of Petrification. I saw, plenty of army specific ones. I saw Ravnak Snatching Jaws, the swords, Spell Portal, the Chronomatic Cogs. There's still some that need a bit of work, but I think they're definitely on the right path with them. There's lots of factions that don't currently have endless spells. Pretty sure Gloomspike gets. Gloomspike gets the only destruction faction that has them. Ogres don't. Orcs don't. Gargants don't. There's plenty of factions like Nurgle still don't. Cities of Sigmar don't. Otherwise, who doesn't have them? I think KO don't have something, but then again, they don't really get them. I mean, they get everyone's if they're spell in a bottle. Idenef don't have them yet. I'm surprised Idenef don't have them. For me, they're just like, aren't they just like a home run? Isn't like, yeah, Seraphon don't have them. Like Idenef for me is just such an easy one to do for like endless spells, isn't it? Like Tidal Wave, School of Fish, Whirlpool, done. Like Sharknado, yeah. Yeah, Seraphon are another one. Like Seraphon, so Seraphon did have some. It should be mentioned that Seraphon did have something. They had these sort of linked endless spells where they took the regular ones, but they had them and they were better. And cities had the same thing, where cities always got the empowered ones. So yes, they didn't get their own sets, but they at least had rules that sort of played around with them. And Nurgle has that now, where if particular models summon the endless spells, the Nurgle ones count as Nurgle models, so then they produce disease points. Yeah, jellyfish. I always thought for Idoneth, like a Beastmaster and different types of beasts would be a really cool build of a unit. Croak can send enough across the table. Croak doesn't need anything. Favorite faction terrain? Curious. Yeah, this one's easy for me. Loon Shrine. 100% the Loon Shrine. Best by a country mile. Yeah, not even a competition for me. Loon Shrine. All the way. Yeah, if I'm going runners up, I think there's two clear runners up for me when it comes to faction terrain, and that is the Shrine Luminor for the Lumineth Realm Lords, and what was I going to say? The Ossiarch Bone Reapers Bone Type Nexus. But Loon Shrine for me, it's so cool. So much fun to paint that model. Oh, awesome, Jason. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy the channel, man. Awesome. Heart of Gur is a fantastic box set. Warcry is amazing. I love that game. More Pot's definitely a good one. Glad I've helped you get into the hobby, man. That is what I set out to do with the channel. You know, if I get one person into the hobby because of this and I help one person out, I'm doing what I want to do with the channel. So it's been a fun journey with the channel. I'm now at the point where the channel allows me to do this, is at a point where I can do this full time. And so, full time on the channel for the past couple of months. YouTube members and Patreons have been a massive part of why I've been able to do it, but also just everyone watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, and all of that on all the videos has been a massive, massive boon. That's really just helped the channel continue to grow and grow. Thanks, Curious. If you want to be part of the community and you're not already, we have a Discord server linked down in the video's description. You can come chat with the members of the Discord. We are a family-friendly Discord, so everything is PG-ish and respectful to anyone and everyone. James, that guy, awesome, man. Hey, how are we? And for those wondering, yes, I have got blue-skinned witch elves. Taking a break from the Oryx, give some love to the little green-skinned boys. Nice. Yeah, for anyone wondering, I am painting blue-skinned elves. I don't know why. Yeah, thought it was just different and cool. I'm going to get some magnets ordered for these girls as well, and get them in my magnet case. So Hobart's a flight over, which is going to be really exciting. I've never flown by myself before. Always gone with like the wife or someone else. So it's going to be a fun experience flying over somewhere by myself. We'll see how the anxiety holds up. Should be pretty good, I think, because there's a good thing on the end of the horizon. I've just started going back to events. Went back to my first event for probably like 6 or 7 months after not particularly feeling mentally well, dealing with anxiety and depression issues, but on a really good sort of mend now after sort of working through and doing some good things for the problems. And we are on a positive route, and I think I'm ready to go across to an event by myself. It's going to be a big adventure. Really looking forward to it. And for those who saw the channel too, I'll try and live blogger. I learned a bit about the last one with live blogging, so I'm hoping I can do a little bit more live vlogging and do the YouTube shorts again, keep everyone up to date with what's happening and how everything's going through the games. Once I've got these 40 done, I'm pretty much done as many witch elves as I'm probably going to play for a while. Yeah, no, I'm 100% ready for this. Like, the wife's gone away for trips by herself, and I dealt pretty well, like being just me and the kids. So without her being there, and so that next sort of step is now me going on the trip, and I think that'll be a bit easier than her going away. She's a bit of my crutch, bit of my rock. Yeah, there's also not going to be any stress because like I'm going down 2 days before the event and leaving 2 days after the event. So I'm not like going to stress about making it there or anything like that. So I got my 40 Witch Elves here, 10 Doomfire Warlocks. I then got Marathi, the Cron Spine, and the High Gladiatrix to do, and then just basing the army and putting the magnets on the bases. And we're done. Which was pretty much done. After this, I've just got to put down the like brown leather after the boots. I'll just paint the little things on them. Yeah, it's a good reason to play Warcry. Not quite so many models to have to paint. I think that's a good thing. Like, I take a break from I've got a Space Marine army to paint after this, but I'll paint up some Conquest, which, while it's still a mass battle game, it probably has 50 models on the table at max. Not quite as many models. Still like a bigger game, but not quite as many. I've got some Kings of War to paint up. as well. If I can get time after this, I'm going to try and do a little bit of freehand on the banners. But if not, we'll just paint the banners a colour and we'll be done with it. But I'd like to try and be able to get some freehand done on them. Witch elves have a lot of detail. Like they've got trim on their armor. So they've only got like shoulder pads, but then they've got trim on the shoulder pads. They've got, multiple different types of leather. My last freehand piece, I painted like a deer in front of the forest in the moon, underneath the moonlight on one of my wood elf banners. Been really trying to sort of get time to do more freehand pieces on my army. So just improve those painting skills, push myself that a little bit further. Marathi she's blue at the moment. I've got to start her. The witch elves are almost done. The warlocks are next, and then I'm going to smash out the monsters because one of them is the Kronspine. He will not take long at all. Marathi's going to get done. We'll finish her in a few days. So we've got a bit of work to do, but we will get there. Wouldn't be a tournament if I wasn't, under some sort of pressure. But we'll get there easy. Aim is hopefully I can have the army done by the end of the week would be my goal. Next week, that is, not this week. It's not happening this week. The end of next week, hoping I can be done. So yeah, I do. I've had a big background for my Scourge Privateers. I built up over the course of playing games with them over a year. Pretty much led by a pirate who ended up saving a city, but he sort of disobeyed Stormcast and God King ideals. So he's actually a pirate on the run now. He's the exiled hero of a city called Hallowforge. Forgot the name of my own city for a sec there. Wiggle Wiggles bottom. We're painting some witch elves for my Daughters of Cain army at the moment. I got a tournament coming up, so we're getting this army ready. Nice. How much I got left to do? I've got my 40 Witch Elves. I've got 10 Doomfire Warlocks here, Marathi, Kronspine, and the High Gladiatrix into base the army and magnetize them. But I got quite a few weeks. I got like 3 weeks to go. So we will get it done. We'll probably be done by the end of this week. The Witch Elves are almost done. Once the Warlocks are done, it's smooth sailing. Nice. Oh, I most certainly will get them done without a doubt. So, yeah. Yeah, so I've still got a whole another week and a bit to go, so we will get there. I've got pretty much every AOS army. There's not any I don't own. There's plenty I haven't painted yet, but we're getting there. Painted ones, I've got a Beast of Chaos army, a Glimpse by Gitz army, Stormcast, multiple different cities armies. I've got Ogres, I've got Disciples of Zinch, I've got Slaves to Darkness, I have my Cruel Boys, what else do I have? I've got there's other armies somewhere. About to have my Daughters of Cain painted up. No worries, Curious. Thank you very much for dropping by and having a chat. Have a good day. We'll see you next time, I hope. Next on the list, so what I do is our YouTube members and Patreons get to vote what armies I'm going to take to tournaments. So my next one, patrons and YouTube members have voted, will be a Nighthaunt army for Age of Sigmar at least. I've got a Space Marine army I'm going to be working on for 40k next, of the Emperor Spears. So yeah, if you want to get involved in deciding what gets painted, what gets shown on the channel for events and stuff like that, you can join YouTube members down in the video's description. A couple of bucks helps support the channel and allows you some cool emojis in the chat, like a couple of people can use in the chat. And yeah, goes a long way to helping. You get a shout out every video as well. My daughter is starting a gaming club at her school here in Kentucky. Oh, nice, Kentucky. Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I was wanting to pick up a big box set to let the kiddos play with. Any suggestions? I've got the Heart of Gur. If you've got Heart of Gur, I'd suggest maybe... what age are they, first of all? What age? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, high school. So, okay, high school, it doesn't really matter. They've got the right sort of age. One of my mates actually runs a gaming club at a primary school, which is really cool. He's a teacher there. 15 to 18. Okay, yeah. I'd suggest trying to find one of the other Warcry boxes could be a really great place to start. That'll give you more terrain and a couple more warbands to play with. So if you can find something like, preferably not Catacombs, it's not the greatest value. If you can find a set of, I forget the name of it, Warcry Red Harvest somewhere, I'd suggest going and grabbing that. If not, the Age of Sigmar starter sets are really good value. Give you some more terrain, and you can use that stuff for Warcry or indeed Age of Sigmar as well. Alrighty, well, I'm going to finish up this Witch Elf. I've got to go help the wife with some stuff. Yeah, if Red Harvest is available, go for that. It's got some really cool terrain in it. It's got a couple of more cool warbands. Definitely for your daughter. If your daughter's playing, it's got a good lot of female representation in it. There's a lot of female miniatures in there. But yeah, all right. I'm gonna say a good night to everyone, and thank you all for coming and hanging out. I'm gonna go help my wife with some stuff. I'll be painting back. Don't forget, join the Discord server if you haven't already. Jump down in there. If you'd like to help on Patreon or YouTube members, greatly appreciated. Keeps us doing what we're doing. They're linked in the video's description as well. Thank you all for coming, hanging out, and chatting with us tonight. We will see you all again real soon. And wiggle bottom before we go. We've seen everything they're getting now. Thank you all for coming and watching, everyone. Stay safe, stay well, and keep fighting that grey.